You speak, dreams and reality collide. Your word rewrites my destiny. My life finds a new.
A long time. Working with her is an absolute pleasure, and we hope to continue to do this because great ideas, great heart, great teacher, just doing wonderful things. Without any further delay, I am the generation, Stacy, Gillyard.
Sweet. I'm so humbled. Well, hi guys. I'm Pastor Stacy from IAM the Generation. It's such an honor to be here with you guys today, and I know. Oh my gosh, it does feel like that, right? It feels like we've known each other for life. It's such an awesome, beautiful, just collaboration, and praise God for that. So I'm so humbled to be here because. Number one, he's talking about loving yourself and knowing yourself and honoring yourself. Number one, that is what I Am the Generation is all about. When God gave us the vision for I Am the Generation, he sat there and had said, Stacy, I want you to know that, they have lost their identity in who they are in me and who I am in them. And if they only knew their worth and their value, they really could just take on the world because I've created every single one of you for greatness and mighty purpose. But a lot of times we get beat down by the world, and the world tries to define who we are. You're nothing, you'll never amount to anything, you don't look like us, you don't dress like us, your tush is not like us, your eyes are not like us, we always have to be defined by what everybody else is. You're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not athletic enough. We hear that on a consistent basis of not being enough, being judged by so many people, or not living up to the expectations of so many people. And that is so hard to do, to live in a world where you're constantly trying to measure up to everything and everybody else. I mean, it's just impossible. It is truly impossible to do. So why don't we try this, guys? Why don't we try to stop that today? Like, let that be a thing of our past. Let's no longer try to live for what everybody else thinks we should do, we should be, we should have, we should look like. And let's just try to stand in the fact that we all were created perfect just the way we are. I know that's hard for you guys to own that. It really is. It was hard for me too. Don't think that I was always this confident, because that's not even remotely the case. Of course, I'm human, and before I knew my worth and my value in God, I didn't own my self-worth. I had no self-worth. I didn't feel like enough, especially when my parents were telling me, you'll never be anything in life, you'll never do anything in life, you'll never accomplish anything, you're nothing. I heard that, and the awesome part is, thank God, that somehow, some way, when I heard that from my parents, I said, you know what, watch, I'm going to prove them wrong. And thank God that I had that stubbornness. I'm so grateful that I had that stubbornness of like, let me tell you something, you're not going to define me, I'm going to define you. I'm going to figure out my worth and my value somehow, some way, and then I'm going to define everything that I'm going to be in this world. And the awesome part is I did. God just called after me, and I went to him, and I'm like, here I am. I have nothing. I am nothing. I need you. Please help me. Just love myself. And the awesome part is he was like, Stace, I just need to tell you, there's this book, and it's the Bible, and it just inspires you to tell you your worth and your value, and that I created you so perfectly and wonderfully in my image. You are beautifully made. You are, everything about you is perfect because I created that. Everything about you is perfect. There is nothing in you that is not perfect because I created that in you. And I was like, that's right. That's right. You know what? I do love myself. You know what? I love everything, flaws and all. I love this. I love myself. And so I just learned to truly, truly love myself. And not in a boastful way, like, oh, I love myself, but it's sort of kind of in a boastful way, because you kind of got to stand in that confidence, you know what I'm saying? And so when I used to be a youth leader at our old church, I used to sit there and tell them, because of course, what does every girl do? Every girl, I mean, I know guys do it too, but every girl's like, oh, I have these flaws and all this, and I don't know how to feel good about myself. And I was like, girls, you gotta love yourself. Like, you have to love yourself. You have to sit there and say, I am all that in a factory of chips. Not a bag of chips. The factory, because the factory is what made the chips. So you gotta own. You gotta own. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. I can't say it enough. You have to love yourself. It is so important. I'm so excited that he sat there and said he was doing that on, like, knowing yourself and loving yourself and sharing yourself. Because once you do love yourself and you know yourself and you own yourself, then you do get to share yourself. You're like, hi, I'm Stacy. How are you? Nice to meet you. Because I'm all that. And you are too. And you, that's the funny part. You are too. So how are we going to own all that we are? And how are we going to make a change in this world? Let's do it. Come on. Together. And that's just the thing, you guys. When you can own your worth and your value, nobody will ever define that ever again. And that's the awesome part. It's like they can say all they want. Haters are going to hate. They're going to say it. But the greatest thing is you get to own you. And you're going to sit there and say, oh, okay, well, I'm glad that you feel that way about me. But guess what? I love you. And that's okay. I'm going to love me for you. And I'm going to love you enough for all of you. And I'm going to still know that I'm all that. And I'm going to still stand in my greatness. And I'm going to still stand that I was created for purpose. And I'm going to still stand in the fact that I'm going to change this world with or without you. That's okay. You don't have to help me. I got this. But if you want to come on board, let's go. Because we can do it together. 2 or more agreement. We can make a difference in this world. And that's just the thing is like, truly love yourself. Don't ever let anybody ever define your worth and your value ever again. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think. I don't care how they feel. They might be having a bad day and taking it out on you. And then you might sit there and try to get defined by what they said. And please, it is not worth it. People are going to say things because they're hurt, because they're angry, because they're feeling things. Love on them through it. I know that's hard. I know that's impossible a lot of times. But you got to love people through their pain, their hurt, and where they're at. Love them through it. That makes not only you better, but that empowers them to see, wow, they could have sat there and hated on me, and they still love me through that. That's love. When you can love someone through the darkness, that's love. And that's empowerment. That's empowerment to be able to own yourself and love others in the midst of wherever they're at. That's power. We also we talk about identity and to just own who you are and to know that you all have mighty purpose and greatness in this world. And, we are only defined by the limitations of our mindset. And I don't know if many of you understand that, but if you go, I can only do this, then your mindset will actually hold you back to only being able to do that. But as he sat there and said, think big, if you can sit there and say, like we always say in I Am the Generation, we are going to change this world. We are. Like that's not even a thought process. It doesn't hold us back. It doesn't limit us. We are going to make a difference in this world. We already are. We make videos that have been seen in so many countries. We've been seen in Africa. We've been seen, of course, in Australia and in England. We've been seen even in Russia. Like, we have been seen around this world, and it is a humbling honor to make a difference and to be able to tell everybody to love yourself and own yourself and never let your past choices or mistakes to ever define you again, to just know who you are, and then to be able to make a difference in other people's lives by saying you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're phenomenal, you're amazing, you're going to do great things in this world. Stand up, rise up, you can do it. I know that you just say that, and I know that they're just words, but if you can take ownership of those words, that truly transforms your life. If you can take ownership in those words and say, okay, yeah, Stacy just said that, but no, I didn't just say that. Own that. Stand in that. Let that define you. Like, yes, I am all that in factory chips. I am amazing. I will do great things. I will change this world. Think big, do big. It truly transforms. Your mindset is the only thing that holds you back. There's this guy, what was his name? The rapper.
Andy Mineo.
Andy Mineo. And he says, well, I don't know if you guys like Christian rap, but I love Christian rap. I'm hardcore Christian rap. I'm serious. No joke. I could get up here and I could do the song for you right now. Because I love it. I just sang it on the way here. Did I not kill it, Chloe, right? I killed it, right? I might like dress all cute and everything, but tell me, I love me some Christian rap. I used to be a rap artist back in the day, but it wasn't for God, so that's, yeah. Let it go. But no, so Andy Mineo, he says, you can't stop me, and he's talking to the enemy, basically saying, enemy and even ourselves, you can't stop me. And he says, the only thing holding me back is myself. The only thing that I should ever think that is going to ever stop me is myself. Because the enemy can't stop me.
That's right.
Because God already said that I had victory over him.
Come on.
That's the awesome part. And if you could just own that and stand in that, guys, woo! Imagine what you can do in this world. If you just knew nothing, even obstacles can't stop me. This table, it's not going to stop me. Because I can just go around it. Or I could jump over it.
Come on.
Any obstacle cannot stop you. It cannot stop you at all. It might be a setback, but it is a setup for something even so much better. Get excited. Get excited. Stand in your victory. And just know that if the enemy can't stop me, I can't stop you. You are the only one that can stop you with your mindset, though. You guys, your mindset has to be that I will do great things. I am amazing. I'm going to think big. I'm going to do big. And just like he said, when he sat there and Austin, right? When Austin sat there and said, he had his dream goal of going to, San Diego State. But God took him to another place. And that didn't stop him. He's still making a phenomenal difference in this world. Like, can you believe that? Like, he was like, I was here in Utah, and then I was going to go to San Diego State because that was my dream place, and I thought God was going to open that door, and guess what? God closed that door. Because why? That obstacle didn't stop Austin. That obstacle didn't stop him. It only set him up for something so much bigger and so much better than he could have ever dreamed in his life. And now he's going to another school. He's making a phenomenal difference in that school, and he's going to make scholarships and empower and inspire people. Like, hello. The limitation is your mindset. The limitation is you allowing others' thoughts, processes to hold you back. Only person who can stop you is you. That is the only person in this world that can stop you. It is time to rise up, guys. It is time to make a difference in this world through you guys. Just by loving yourself, owning yourself, standing in yourself, and never letting anything or any obstacle hold you back ever again. And that's pretty much the message I have today that God gave me. I'm super honored to be here with you guys. We also have, also a part of I Am the Generation, who's going to fulfill the rest of this message, is our LaShawn Allen. If you guys can give her a hand.
So forgive me, but I just want to take a moment to have everybody close their eyes. Nothing's going to happen to you. I'm not about to come out and attack you or anything. But I just want you to close your eyes and I want you to listen to this. It's called a boast. It's about me. I will explain later after the end why I had you guys close your eyes. Let me start. Okay. My name is Brianna, also known as Sean. I am known to have people rolling on the floor at my jokes. I'm a healing doctor, always there when I'm needed. I am as nice as it would if you were to win the lottery. The darkness of the night is my foe. I would run in front of a bullet for my family and best friends. Whenever you are falling, I am the soft, fluffy pillow you fall on. I am also the most talented queen of my fellow peers. They bow at my genius powers. I am known to handle money like you are known to handle your life. My strong military background has molded me to perform remarkable skills as in discipline, respect, strength, and integrity. My competitive nature is as mighty and as tough as a gladiator's abs. Even though I can roll with the boys, I can strut my stuff down the runway better than all models put together. Give me a role to play, and I will take on the character like nobody's business, like the greatest robber robbing a bank. I can come to school in sweats and jacket and still look good. But if you look in my closet, you'll feel like you're at a mall. So now you know about me and how cool I am, as you can see. Now stop, take a second, and see how you were made the best to be. Now when everybody's eyes are closed, I want you to think about yourself and the great things that you have inside you. I want you to imagine that, and I want you to stand by that, and I want you to think of that. When I said all this stuff about me, you may open your eyes and see me, and you may not see that, like, me standing here, like, with gladiators out. Like, it's crazy to think how people, when you have who you are, you need to, like, show that. And I try to show that every day. So you guys can open your eyes if you want after you thought about yourself. But, so, just a little about myself. I'm 22. I'm not all the way there. I am not perfect. Lord knows I'm not perfect. It's through Him that I can only do anything, because without Him, I don't know where I would be. But, so I used to live in San Diego. I moved up here, and in San Diego, I was all cool. I was like the popular kid, you would say. Like, I had all types of friends. It's like, oh, this is so cool, like, everybody knows me, whatever. I moved up here, kicked right to the ground. Like, I got made fun of. I go home crying, like, every day. It was the hardest time for me. I didn't understand. It just killed me inside. And nobody understands how, like, bullying, like, really affects a person and their self-worth. Like, I would get pushed down every day, and I would start looking at myself like, I'm not good enough. Like, I need to find something that makes me good enough. Like, I need to find an outlet. For me, I was like, oh, well, I need to be friends with everybody and make everybody know me and who I am and everything. Like, that's not good all the time. You just want to shine, like, for yourself. When I got to high school, it changed because I started seeing, like, these people aren't going to be around forever. Like, you're going to graduate and they're not going to be there, and they're not going to always be there to pick you up when you're down. So why do I need to impress them? Like, they're not going to be here. The only person I need to impress is God. Like, God has my back. Like, he's going to get me through everything. Like, when I don't think I can make it, like, he's going to give me the power to make it through. So I just kind of like, you know, whatever, like, you can think how you want to think about me, but this is me, and I'm not going to let that affect what you say affect me and how I'm going to stand and how I'm going to be. So in high school, I started, like, really knowing myself, and I'm 22 years old, like I said, and I still don't fully know myself because it's a process. Like, you learn new things every day. It's crazy. Every situation you go through, remember that it's for a point. Like, you go through the situation so that you can learn more about yourself. Like, there's things that I didn't even know. Like, I went through a broken engagement, and I, like, learned, like, incredibly so much stuff about myself, like who I am and where I need to put my self-worth in, like, that I don't need someone, like, especially, like, I don't need a guy to tell me that I'm pretty when I already know that I am, or sit here and buy me stuff when I can go out and do it myself. Like, I don't need that in my life, because I have God. So I just want to really encourage everybody, like, you are, like, beautiful. Like, everybody is beautiful. You guys all have, like, phenomenal things about yourself, like, things that nobody else have. Like, we each all play a part in, like, this big, like, beautiful puzzle. And, like, one thing that you have somebody else might not have, but that doesn't make them any less than you. That just makes you guys great together. So I just want to encourage you guys to, like, stand up and, like, through high school and, like, middle school and, like, any type of school, like, keep going. Don't let nobody bring you down, because you are, like, amazing, and you just need to keep going. And then I want to leave you with a verse. It's from Psalms 139. It reads, you made all the delicate inner parts of my body. You knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in the utter seclusion. As I was woven together in the darkness of the womb, you saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God, that they cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And as I awake, you are still with me. So, like, just remember that, because these people that are sitting and bringing you down, they're not going to be there. God is, and he made you. Like, you are wonderfully complex. He made you. So, yeah.
So, thank you guys. Can you guys give LaShawn another hand? That was her first time. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for bringing us out here, and thank you so much, James, for this honor. This has been such a blessing to just be a light, and we're just so honored. Thank you so much.